thing's not gonna move. God, that really hurts my shoulder. Got that freaking torn rotator cuff tear. Oh, wonder if I can drag it. Nope. Oh, I can't even get it on the. Oh my God. Oh, pine cones. Got that end up, so I should be able to pivot this branch underneath where it's going to burn. Nope, not going to happen. That's the best I could do. Son of a gun. I'm just gonna sit. Yeah, so anyhow, I just walked like from the front yard down the driveway. 3 houses down, grabbed a bucket full of wood, walked back, and tried to put the big branch over the fire. The purpose of the fire is to burn this stupid ass branch. I need it to be underneath the flames, catch on fire, and then a big old piece fall off it. Now I can just push, pull, and prod the branch back over the flames. But probably by that time there won't be any flames, huh? Probably gonna have a fire every night if I'm gonna try to get rid of this damn thing. Today's Saturday. They're gonna come mow the lawn on Monday. Maybe I can take this black bucket and just fill it up with the little stuff again. Let me see if let's see if I go in. My other big accomplishment today, being 68 years old, was I managed to download into the Google Play Store the app for Planet Fitness, because I joined the $1 black card. And then you have to connect it to your bank account with a routing number and a checking number. And then they send you an email. Well, for me to get an email, I have to walk down a flight of stairs to the basement, turn on the computer, because I don't know how to read emails from my phone. I don't know how to look at my emails. I can look at Gmails on my phone, but not my email account. You'd have to be 75 years old to understand the problems that us old people have. So anyhow, I got the program downloaded. I got the special code texted to my telephone, and I entered that on the app. And then I had to create a password. You know, must be 6 to 8. You have to have a capital letter. Got to have a character, you know. Got to have a number. Got to have a lowercase. Everybody has a different criteria for a password. So how the hell am I supposed to remember all my freaking passwords? My daughter-in-law gave me a book last time I was in California, and it was for passwords. It's like, looks like a phone book, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The only one I could write in there was like for eBay and something, the ones that I actually knew. So did I go to Planet Fitness today? No, I didn't go. You know, I'm going to walk in there, and there's going to be a counter, and then the lady's going to say something to me like, do you have an account? And I'll be, yeah. And she'll go like, okay, well, scan the barcode. And I'm just going to look at her like, what the hell are you talking about? Scan what barcode? You know? If I go to Google, or can I type in Planet Fitness? Will it go to the app, or is it just going to go to the website? I don't know. I hate and I like the convenience of like online checking and stuff like that, but everything goes through my phone now. Everything goes auto payment through my bank. And all I do is just check my checking balance. Like, okay, what's been withdrawn from my account so far? And look at what day of the month it is. It's like, okay, well, what day is my car insurance? You know, it's like freaking $700 for car insurance, and that's 6 months worth, I think. You know, you get the little white piece of paper. It says, okay, you're good for July to January, and then in January, I'm going to have to pay the money again. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I know they'll send me paperwork in January, and that little perforated piece that you know, tear off the paperwork, and you put one in your wallet and one in your dash with your registration, proof of insurance. And of course, I've got the driver's license, the one that you can use at the airport. It's got a special symbol on it. You have to bring 2 pieces of identifying information. One is like a birth certificate or a social security card. And then the other one's like a bill from the electric company or some kind of utility company to prove your address, your residence, domicile. So I'm just letting the rest of you guys know so you don't go show up for an airplane and you get to the TSA checkout or something, and then they'll be like, oh, well, you don't have the right driver's license. And you'll be like, what? And then you say, oh, I remember that old woman in Ohio was telling me about the special symbol on your driver's license and the extra identifying paperwork that you take to the Department of Motor Vehicles to get your driver's license upgraded to the one that they accept when you want to fly on a friggin' airplane. And, you know, I don't have a passport. I've never left the country. And, you know, if you're American, you live in here, you got to have that. You got to have that special driver's license to fly. Maybe that'll get rid of all the crazy-ass people that they're asking to get off the planes, you know. They're always chicks, too. Have you noticed that? It's always women. crazy women. Most of the time they're drunk. Some of the times they're drunk and mentally ill. Other times they're mentally ill and obnoxious. They don't want to sit next to the person that is in that seat assigned next to them, like because the person is too big and their flesh touches you. I don't like it. I don't like it either. I put my seatbelt on, my thighs touching their thigh, their upper arm. I don't like that. But hey, you know, it's only going to be for 3 hours or something on the plane, and you can live through it. I mean, just imagine if you had to sit next to somebody with really bad breath or BO. It could be worse. Or you could have somebody with a colicky baby that's going to scream the whole flight. Could you imagine that? I wouldn't be able to stand that. I can't stand a crying baby. Never could. Could never let my own child cry. None of that. Put the baby in the crib and walk out and let him, you know, fuss for 15 minutes and go to sleep. My baby was rocked and patted, and then when he fell asleep, he got laid down in the crib. And if he started waking up, and I picked him up again, you know. Just cannot stand the sound of a child crying. That's due to my traumatic childhood. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for that. You hear the insects? Look at the smoke I'm creating. I don't care about that anymore. You know, I used to care about that. And then I saw that Prince Harry from Europe, from England, and his wife. And they're taking, they're taking private planes. And I read something about how much of the that structure, it's around the earth, ozone layer, and all these private planes, you know, Elton John, all these rock stars or whatever, they're flying in their private planes, they're making all this damage. So fuck it, I'm gonna have a wood fire now. I don't have to recycle everything, because you assholes in Hollywood aren't doing jack shit. Flying around in your private planes, that's fucking ridiculous. I tell you, there better not be any foolishness on my flight to Hawaii, because I'll get up and slap the hell out of the person. I think I'm flying first class, so I shouldn't really be any trouble. First class is where all the drunks are. They're the ones telling the waitress, "Oh, give me a Bloody Mary," and then they drink it, and then they're like, "Okay, one more before we take off." And then during the flight, they have 2, and then they want a 5th Bloody Mary before they get off in California. It's fucking crazy, man. People are insane. The world has gone insane. And then you got little old women like me just burning wood in their backyard so that they don't have to pay somebody to come over with a chainsaw. I tell you. Come on, Cara, let's go in the house. Well, that'll burn another 12 or 15 inches. Gathering place. Grumpy old woman.